The City of Glimmering Lies, Chapter 10. You stand with your party at the foot of a great mountain, gazing up at the luminous towers carved into its side, the ancient elven city of Undermount. Yes. You stop the stone pathway at Tyrell's side, talking quietly so the rest of your companions don't overhear. Are you ready to return? I had hoped to come back in triumph, my honor restored, my path to Sankaya clear, but it seems my quest runs through these halls first. Tyrell, at least you've been here before. It may be hard for you to come back, but I don't know if I was born here or not. You gaze at the mountain, deep in thought. I'm an elf. I know nothing but my people, my culture. Tyrell stops, his chiseled eyebrows lower in compassion. His hand finds yours, squeezing gently. You remember the fiery passion beneath his cold exterior. I hadn't thought about what it must be like for you. It's exciting and scary all at once. I always dreamed of visiting Undermount, but I never thought I'd really get to. But what will they think of me? Will they accept me? Or will they judge me as an outsider? I won't lie to you, Armand. Many will be cruel and judgmental. Many will find you unworthy. And they'll be wrong. You're as worthy of your lineage as many of them, more so than many. Thanks. Your legs burn as you go higher and higher, approaching the heavy iron doors, and a pair of armored guards blocking them. Halt. Who goes there? Lord Tyrell. Heir to House Starfurry. House Starfurry has no heir, not since their favorite son lost the duel and fled the city in shame. Never we all failed at one point. I know I have, and I imagine you have too, unless you're claiming profession. No, far from me to be so gracious, but then if you failed as well, why aren't you exiled too? Well, technically, he's not exiled. Then you have no reason to block his return, am I right? The guards look at each other, shuffling uncomfortably. Fine. Welcome back, Lordling. But don't expect a warm welcome. That's his business, not yours. Tyrell lifts his chin at the guards, but shoots you a grateful look. Thank you, Armand. My family awaits. The guards push open the heavy iron double doors. You follow the pathway deeper into the mountain until it opens onto a vast, sprawling underground citadel. It's incredible. Eons ago, stone shapers carved every inch of the mountain. This place was meant to be our last resort, our final retreat. But once the Dreadlord came and the other empire fell, it was all you had left. She wriggles out of Nia's satchel and jumps to your shoulder to take a better look. Ah, it's much shinier than I remember. His little tail quivers, his eyes dart from one gleaming gem to the next, until it runs a fingernail over one of them. These are real. Radiant emeralds. This wall is worth a fortune. The ancient empire had untold wealth. This is but a fraction of their treasures. What good is gold if you can't spend it? I think I would love to live then. I think I would have liked to live then. I used to imagine that I lived in the golden age of the Elven Empire. Beauty and magic everywhere, and everyone looked like me. And everyone who wasn't an elf had to hide in dark corners like the vermin they thought we were. It wasn't a golden age for everyone then, right? The elves were already more welcoming and taller than now. Maybe if the Great War hadn't happened, things might have been different. Maybe they could have learned. Grow. Perhaps. In silence, so it guides you down the pathway to the main thoroughfare. Despite the wealth and beauty surrounding you, everyone seems in a hurry and lost in their own worlds. So one of the passing elves glances up. Night Tag Summer, is that? Are you? You returned to us. Here we go. Tyrell braces himself, but the man walks straight past him and falls to his knees in front of you. What? An Esper. Alive. Surely this is a sign from the stars. Oh, Exalted One. It is such an honor. Wait, Exalted One? The cat? She purrs atop your shoulder. I am quite the gift, aren't I? The man stands, looking at you in bewilderment. How did you come by the company of one of the ancient guardians? We just woke up and he was there. I mean, yeah. We were hired by a great house to find him. House Starfrae's heir learned that Nesper might be trapped in one of the old ruins of the Empire and hired us to retrieve it. You look him dead in the eye, smiling comfortingly. And as a service to Elvenkind. I believe that means all elves owe him a great debt, no? Of course, Exalted One. He inclines his head to Tyrell, who accepts it graciously. You have done our people a great service, Lord Starfrae. Tell me, faithful sir, do you require my counsel? It's just, I can't decide what to wear to the ancestral masquerade. I'm right in a conundrum. My wisdom will guide you through. I believe you will best represent your house masquerade if you wear purple? Thank you, wise one. I'll follow your counsel. He runs off. A throng of curious elves surrounds you, gasping as he dreep. Nesper? A real living Nesper? The ancient guardian. How may we serve you, Exalted One? Our friends of food are always acceptable. A cream cakes and honey wine, perhaps? You're immediately surrounded by outstretched hands offering fruits, pastries, and delicate spun sugar candies. You have got to be kidding me. Sorry, the Exalted One is on a diet. I'm not. Sora scoops the Nesper out of your arms, shoving him pointedly into her back. Now you are. You try to back away from the crowd, but they press close, jostling each other as they try to get the treat. I require counsel from the Exalted One as well. Oh my, maybe we should get out of here before we draw too much attention. Before I draw much more attention. Being an elf with the little nature with the nature skill, it's coming in handy a lot, especially here. I mean, I'm sure there was like tons. I mean, there was like a couple of opportunities, like orc options, back in Flotilla, but there was so much. There's so many that being an elf is like, yes, it's gonna get you far here. Yes. And then also that on top of the nature thing, an elf with keen senses, and who knows the ways around like the woods and forests and shit like that. It's like, okay, I'm having a lot of options. I'm looking at the other options, like, I mean, I could choose those, but choosing the one that plays to my skill set and also the race I picked gets me XP, so why would I not? But damn, since this chapter started, how many just like things for the elves, for the elf race has there been? Is that I don't know the symbol. I can't describe the symbol, so I won't. But my God, I got this. Follow me. You and your companions slip through the chaos. You pry open a hidden door set into the stone wall, and you all duck into a quiet staircase. Also, for humans, there's a lot of the options were like being a coward, like hide, duck, roll out the way. Those are all like, if you were a human, like damn, humans are cowardly and useless apparently. How did you notice it was here? I walked that street hundreds of times and never noticed a thing. The crack in the stone was too regular to be natural. I figured it was a good way to escape dreams from new admirers. And what's so wrong, Mike? Oh wait, I did say right. He did say mine, not me. And what's so wrong, Mike getting a little think it's supposed to be me, not mine. And what's so wrong with me getting a little overdue worship anyway? Elf boys on thin ice here, remember? I think we needed a bunch of people asking questions about his pet Nesper. Taylor looks away around the dusty passageway, eyes narrowed as he slowly turns this way and that. You look lost. The poets called Unmount the city of 100,000 alleys. There are so many paths through the city. So you're lost? No, I've never been this part of Unmount before. So you're lost? Man, Elf boy, this is not your day. First your homecoming is overshadowed by a cat, then you get lost in your own. What's that? He points to the low wall ahead of you, sitting on a low shelf, as though forgotten is. Jesus Christ, it's already just gonna be reading. Take a step toward it, one type of shout echoes through the passageway. No. A plate. A pressure plate shifts underfoot. Why do you have to be a human to pull back? You jump to the side just as a deadly steel-tipped bolt shoots from a gap in the rock. It scrapes your arm. Ow. Oh, you're right, Alvon. Yeah, I think so. Just a little scratch. Why is my leg pulsating? Hello? Stick twitching. Stop it. Why is there a trap in the middle of this passageway? Some of the other parties around the mount are still set to defend against the war. This may just be a local measure to ward off intruders or thieves. Death traps in the middle of the city, and they say orcs are violent. Well, someone obviously thought there was something worth. Someone obviously thought there was something on that tablet worth defending. Use the tablet to learn about the myths and folk tales of the races of Marilla, and earn some bonus XP. Sorry, just give me some reading. I mean, just give me like a hell of a lot more reading. Carefully, you search the area around and on the shelf for any other pressure plates or tripwires and find nothing. Blowing the dust away, you use the tablet off the shelf and take a look. Goddamn. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. 3, 2, 1. Lock in. I don't want to. The royal family traced their lineage to the divine Valavos. A heroic demigod who features heavily in early legends about the founding of White Tower in the kingdom of Marilla. Said to be a common-born servant who took up arms against the Shadow Court, the divine Valavos is believed to have earned the blessing of the light and sheltered humanity from the Elven War with the Dreadlord. After the fall of the Elven Empire, the divine Valavos married the daughter of the priestess of the light. Their descendant became the first human king of Marilla. Whether this is true or mere legend, no one dares to question. Humans from Riverbend to White Tower enjoy sharing stories of Garto, the trickster. One favorite is how Garto swindled the Elven Queen. In the story, Garto arrives at the doorstep of the mount during a dreadful storm. When the Elven Queen refuses to give him shelter, he says that he will instead protect himself with his magical cloak. When the Elven Queen demands to see his cloak, Garto says he's ashamed to come before her, something so bare and ugly. First, he begs that she give him gems and furs to trim it with, so he be worthy to be seen by her. Naturally, after she gives him her sapphire buttons, her ermine collar, her velvet hood, and her golden brooch, Garth vanishes into the storm, not needing a cloak after all. It is said that King Arlen first sought the services of an elven soothsayer at the beginning of his reign. Whatever she saw in the oracle last frightened him so much that his hair turned stark white. It said that King Arlen I think it's first. I think after Arlen, that's supposed to be like Roman numeral for 1. Not I, because King said that King Arlen I'd sought the service. I don't fucking go. King Arlen the First. Okay, fine. Despite the king's decree that no one talked about, the prophecy, one of his servants admitted that the soothsayer foresaw that the kingdom of Umbrella would be corrupted from within and lost in a terrible war to the darkness. Though not part of the vision of prophecy, we must persist that this terrible fate can be forestalled only by a single chosen hero. Though how that hero might be recognized is unknown, and the signs to look for differ widely from story to story. No elven gathering is complete without sharing stories of the miracles the light performed in days of old. One of the favorites is how the light lasted, usually in the form of the ballad by Philanthropos the Silver-Tongued. When it was clear that Valen was going to fall to the Shadow Court, the elves of the city decided that it was their duty to fight to the death, but did not want the same fate for their children. Instead, they sent the city's children out through a secret tunnel, guarded only by a priestess of light. For 100 days and nights, they crept through the darkness, the way lit only by the glow the priestess conjured. Giving up all her food and water to the children, she let the power of the light burn through her, keeping their way lit until they made it to Undermount, where she died on the doorstep, having seen the children to safety at last. Don't die for kids, they're not worth it. In fiction and real life, each of the great houses claims an ancestry from a single mythical founder, dating back to a time before even the Dreadlord. House Starfire traces his lineage to a woman said to be the daughter of the North Star herself. Her beauty was only rivaled by her magic. She charged House Starfire with always protecting the secrets of magic, for she felt it too powerful to risk its everyday use. House Dusk Raven's founder is said to have been spy master for the Golden City, searching out for his enemies with huge flocks of ravens that served as his eyes and ears. His descendants have always lived by his beliefs that information is the most powerful weapon. The elves believed that in the beginning, there was only land and light. No sentient beings walked the earth. Instead, magic flowed free and wild like the wind. The light grew restless, and the light grew lonely, so the light found flesh and bone and made the first creatures, the elves. The elves believed thus that they not only control the light, but that they are made of it. Magic made flesh, thus the elven funeral saying, "From the light we came, to the light we return." Orcs love to tell the story of how they came to be. According to the legends, the elements were unhappy with their first attempts to be guardians for the land they had created. They had given magic to the elves, but the magic corrupted them. They had tried to give them humans, but they were weak and quickly fell to the rule of generals and kings, so the elements tried one more time. This time, each one of the elements chose a gift to give the new race. The earth gave them strength, the wind gave them speed, the moon gave them patience, the sun gave them anger, and the stars gave them poetry. But it is the sea that gave the orcs what they valued most, freedom, and that is why they have always considered themselves the stewards of the sea. The most famous of all orc heroes is Fintesia Taldaro, the monarch of Clan matriarch of Clan Taldaro 500 years ago. Fintesia is famed for her litany of great achievements. Among the many, Fintesia is said to have invented the modern warship design, defeated the monstrous brood kraken in a battle at the sea, and bested the Titan of Tane in a single combat. Finestra was also renowned for her great beauty, her immense size, and her skills as a lover. Oh, TMI. The great orc bard, Marvel Roar, spent the night with her, and his fastest body being so ravaged, he was unable to get out of bed for a week. TMI. The fuck? Battle was accorded a place of high honor in orcs' culture, and as such, many of their stories revolve around legendary fights or weapons. One weapon which features in many stories is the Sea King's Cutlass, the sword of the first orc raider to found his own kingdom in the Shimmering Isles. Said to have been a gift from the mermaid princess, the sword is believed to make the bearer immune to drowning, as well as having magical properties such as dealing wounds that never heal, and being able to block arrows out of the air. Lost under the waves under 100 years ago in a battle between pirate fleets, the cutlass is the object of many a young orc's personal quest for glory. We're done. Guys, we're done. We're done. Tuck the tablet back into your satchel and turn to the group. Gradually, you find a pathway out of the abandoned tunnel that connects back to one of the main streets. Back to one of the main underground streets. Now I know where we are. My family's estate isn't far from here. I'll have to desperate to galvanize them. The elves around you pay little attention to your group, heads down in their own concerns. This city's so beautiful, but everyone seems so preoccupied. Everyone's wrapped up in their own lives. The drama, the intrigue, the political maneuvering. Something feels different about it now. Maybe I've just been away for too long. Do you regret leaving? At times, I wonder if I should have stayed. There's more I could have done for Kaya here. Deep down, I know it wasn't, which is why every time I consider it, I reach the same conclusion. And you haven't left, you have met us. And neither of us will be nearly so close to bringing all the shards back together. I do think the stars have led me to the right path, even if it's been a challenging one. He smiled shyly at you before lowering his voice. And after all, they led me to you. Mal gazes around at the bustling city, the staring expressions, the hurried gates. No wonder you elves don't rule the world anymore. No wonder you know how to have fun. Of course we do. We have decadent banquets and elegant masquerades. You're not seeing any of those happening. Sometimes we hate the whole debates, a meeting of the minds, if you will. Two elves argue for hours on everything from philosophy to art. Just go ahead and shove me. Just go ahead and shove me off one of those bridges, would you? Joe sighs, and then smiles. I think I know what you might enjoy. One of Unmound's greatest secrets, a chamber of infinite mysteries and pleasures. Mysteries and pleasures are two of my favorite things. Picture a room filled to the brim with magic, making the audience for visions no one has seen in 1,000 years or more. What sort of visions? Tyrell hesitates to lowers his voice, the hint of a mischievous smile teasing his lips. Secret ones. This is your chance to enjoy a one-of-a-kind magical experience with your companions, learn more about our history, and gain an artifact to help against the Shadow Court. Okay, Elf Boy. You know, I'm also Elf Boy, but you know what, fuck it. It'd be a shame to come all this way and miss out on that. That's the spirit, kid. Gotta let loose. Elfin style. If you can even call that letting loose, I suppose you'll see it for yourself. Now, stay close. The road guides you through town till you step into a massive building. You're instantly struck by the sprawling collection of relics, scrolls, and books. I present to you the Grand Library, or a jewel of Undermount. The library? I don't know what I expected. Excuse me, I must have a word with the head clerk. Feel free to enjoy yourselves for the time being. within reason. So, trying to set any ancient scrolls on fire? Do not even joke. With that, Goose picks up and explores the library. Nia picks up a scroll on magic. Oh, the things like Lord here. Mao, meanwhile, rifles through the pages of a heavy, leather-bound tome. He lets out a low whistle. What are you grinning about? My kind of library kit. He turns the book to you. The pages are filled with illusions of elven bodies, deep in the throes of passion. Oh! Tava, where'd you take us? Listen to this. 100 lovers, Itar and Basti. This is a sacred duty of all elves. Their passion must be celebrated. For acts of shared pleasure and intimacy lasting at least 4 hours. Maybe elves do know how to have fun. Whoa. She's flexible. I'm gonna take a walk around. I'm gonna take a lap. I'm gonna take a lap. I'm gonna leave my room. Go downstairs. Back to my room. I was now saying, it's funny that the green light from my mic was the only thing illuminating my path. But you did not just say she's flexible. What the fuck are we looking at right now, Mal? Now? Oh my god. Yes, you all have to come with me. It was that bad. And Tora and Nia come over, spying the picture. Don't look. Nia, don't look. Ooh, we look at smut? Oh my god. I didn't want to say it. And Tora, I didn't want to say it. But yes, we basically are. Oh my. And Mal, be careful, you're scared poor Nia for life. A priestess should see such things. I know how babies are made. God, can't even say it. What is this book? I'm about to take another lap. I'm just gonna walk to the room across the hall. Like, I'm actually gonna do it. I'm not gonna just... Alright. Like, Nia, just say the word. Just say the word. Just say you know what sex is. Like, yes, you know what it is. You probably never taken in it, and you probably definitely not have seen, tried, or even thought of doing the position that's on the page we're looking at right now. We're looking at smut right now, and what is this book? Actually, no, just fuck it. What is this chapter? This chapter alone. I would make fun of it too. if I was there. Like, you know, that word you're not saying isn't just to make babies. You can do it for fun, you know, for pleasure. Like, a lot of people do. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad word. Just say the word. And I know I already read it, but I'm gonna say it again. God, she can't even say it. Nia blushes crimson, but can't quite pull her eyes away. Goodness, these are quite vividly illustrated. Are you supposed to put that there? Are you supposed to put what where? Why did I shake so hard? My screen was moving. I'm shaking so hard. I made the screen blur for me. Put what where, Nia? What is this chapter? Yo, Tyrell, my nigga, where did you just bring us? Where the fuck did you just take? What is this library? What is this library? Where did you just take us? What's the way her innocent ass is like, oh my, oh goodness, oh, this, wow. Are you supposed to put that there? Are you supposed to put what where? And you better not be talking about the daily thing between most people's legs. You better be talking about that. Cause honey, whenever there's a hole, you can put it. If you're brave enough. Hell, even your ear. But what are we talking about? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Oof. I'm not making it out of this library without having to stop to like say something about it like 20 more times. Also, another reason why I'm like, I can't ever romance Nia. I'm going for Tyrell if it wasn't clear, if it wasn't obvious right now. But I have nothing against Mal. He's fun to mess with, and having that as a partner would be fun. To get on his nerves, or to like, you know, egg him on, like, ain't no way you can blah 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 blah, and then, you know, make him prove you wrong. Like, oh, I see, but I can do better. No. And Imtora, just Imtora. It's just Imtora. I mean, Imtora is Imtora. Hot, big, strong, muscular, fucking sexy, dommy, mommy looking type of fucking woman. Why would I not want her? Tyrell's just fun to break. You've seen any video in any book, any other book? I like going for those type of people who are hard to break. You know? It was like, ugh. Yeah, all these fun people, and then you got the stoic one. Just, Mr. Mrs. Know let to have fun. And that's what I go for. You've been watching these with me. You've been watching these. You've been watching these. I'm not watching them with you. I just post it and then forget. I post it and then forget about it. But you got Tyrell. You got Beckett from The Elementalist. You got fucking can't fucking think. You got Maria from High School Stories. You got AJ from High School Story Class Act. Like, I know in the video that was put up, I didn't go with AJ in High School Story Class Act. I went with Sky, but Sky is also the same way as AJ. Why? The harder they are to crack, the more fun I'm gonna have. Nia is too innocent and pure. For me, I feel bad. I feel like I'm taking advantage of that. Anyways, I think I said enough. So, I'm just gonna continue reading the book in silence. I'm just gonna read the fucking words on the screen. Starting now. A hand comes from behind Mal and snaps the book shut. You're quite finished. You may now follow me upstairs to the Visions room. I promise to be more entertaining than the three-fingered lotus blossom. I really doubt that. Is that the name of the book? Is that the name of the book? You follow Tyrell to the top floor, where you find yourselves in the glowing room. Crystals line the wall, and an altar at the end of the far. An altar at the far end spins with pulsing light. There's so much magic here. It's in everything. It's been ages since I felt this kind of power. The light within these crystals allows us to experience the memories of our long-dead ancestors. We call them reflections. Are you saying I can see my history in this room? I'll be able to see what it means to be an elf? This is your birthright, everyone. I'm glad you gave me the one to introduce you to it. Tyrell, what's that crystal here? What's that crystal there? I feel drawn to it, I think. Tyrell hesitates, look at the crystal Nia points at, then nods. Place it on the altar, if you like. Nia wordlessly takes the crystal into her hand and does as Tyrell says. Then your whole world erupts. You're surrounded by dozens of troops, clashing of swords, and explosions of spells deafening you. Where are we? The first battle of the Great War. The gargoyle screeches by, terrifyingly close. This is one of those days where if we die in a vision, we die for real, is it? I don't want to find out. The gargoyle swoops right at you, claws bared. I'm a coward. You throw yourself to the side, see the gargoyle descend upon an elven warrior and rend him to bloody ribbons. All around you, the forces of shadow cut down the elven army as though they were ants. Gods, she never stood a chance. Why did the light draw me to this crystal? A loud bellow sounds from the edge of the battlefield. You and the warriors beside you turn and run, following the tall elf in golden armor as he flees. Why are you all running? They're leaving the rest of the warriors behind. Sometimes you gotta cut your losses. They followed General Turin. He turned the tide of many battles to come, but everyone who was left behind here was lost. That's horrible. He left them all to die. Did he have much of a choice? General Turin abandoned his kingdom. Of course he had a choice. You don't have to run. You don't have to turn tail and run, or things are grim. He chose to be a coward. My father would agree with you. But I'd rather live as a descendant of a coward. Than never have been born. He was your ancestor? It took a long time for House Starfurry to live down the shame to find Starfurry's failure. He put a hand on Tyrell's shoulder, feeling the tension cord between his shoulders. This battle was so much worse than I could have imagined. A fight that wouldn't exist if not for the greed of my A fight that wouldn't exist if not for the greed of some of my kind. I had to wonder if they truly thought a fistful of power was worth so much destruction. Taro goes to the wall and takes up another crystal. A sad smile on his face. Try for something softer, I think. Taro gently sets the crystal on the altar, and the room around you dissolves into the image of an old market lit up in the night. You gaze around in awe. Glowing lights in every stall banish the night, and the smell of sweets and spirits fill the air. This feels so real. Because it was. This is one of the first settlements of the old elven kingdom, established thousands of years ago. Jeep delicately sniffs at the air, an expression you can only classify as elation. How does that smell? What are these elven delicacies? If only you could eat them, Marie. Why did people worship you again? Taro touches the crystal again. The night market gives way to trees and greenery, so thick you can barely see 10 feet in front of you. This place feels familiar. Is this the Deadwood, what it was before, for life and magic? I wish our people weren't responsible for this. We did this. It's our people who came to Shadow Court. And it's our people who fought them and sealed them in the realm of shadow. His voice gentles as he looks at you. If you had been there around, if any of us had, I have no doubt we all would have fought on the side of the light. The chords of bird song and lush perfume of the tree. The chords of bird song and lush perfume of the trees shifts as Tyrell touches the crystal once again. Ouch. Gold and ivory towers stretch up into the clouds, glistening with like stars, and Tora whistles. Daryl Gorzian? It is. This was the heart of our empire many, many years ago. Valen, the Golden City. So much time has passed that many dismiss it as legend, but as you can tell, it's just as real as you and me. The light's presence is so strong here too. Of course, this is how things used to be. It's incredible. I can't believe this really existed. I know I'm new to the whole traveling thing, but I've never seen anything like this. No one has. It disappeared long ago. The images dissolve, bringing you back into the circular room you started in. I see as a stark reminder that we cannot dwell in the past. No matter how great and powerful an empire may seem, it will eventually fall. You're a real ray of sunshine, aren't you, elf boy? History tends to repeat. The elves of the empire were so preoccupied in their insular society and power struggles, they failed to see the real danger. I worry we're making the same mistake now. We don't work together. We don't scruple at anything that might gain us power. Then we need to lead the fight ourselves. Can't count on anyone else to do the right thing, but we can count on ourselves. We already reached 2 shards, haven't we? Face down the Shadow Court and their agents in one. And the more we accomplish, the more we can become an example that inspires others. We change by action. We lead the way. I suppose I hadn't thought of it like that, but I agree. He hesitates for a moment, then takes the crystal off the wall. What is that? Daryl gently tucks it into his satchel. Memories of the day Valen fell when the Shadow Court first attacked. I won't subject you to his horrors now, but I may be able to assess it later and gain some knowledge, something to help us in the fight ahead. Are you allowed to take crystals out of here? It is not strictly permitted. After all, like I once said, we lead by example, and I think it's time we stop hiding our history away and start learning from it. Oh, look at that. We'll make a robot of you yet. Well, look at that. I'll make a robot of you yet, elf boy. Not before I make an honest man out of you. I wouldn't count on either. So, can we go back to the night market? With a laugh, Taro steps away from the altar, and the room becomes just as clear and bright as it was when you first entered. Come, we have put off my return home long enough. Taro leads you to a blooming garden, rich with the smell of flowers, Everyone goes quiet as they gaze around in wonder. This is the house star for a temple of light. Our ancestors built this private shrine when Undermount was first founded. I thought you might like to see it. He nods at Nia, who breaks into a smile. Thank you, Tyrell. It's beautiful. Pause. If it wasn't for me wanting Tyrell, I kind of ship him with Nia. Unpause. But it also reminds me just how far we are falling from the light. There's someone else here. My, how touching. And I thought the priestess of light were all fastest by now. He spin around to find an ostentatiously dressed elven woman leaning against a pillar, grinning at Tyrell. Hi. Darling, we're surprised you have returned to us. Gaia, I shall say Lady Duskraven. And better, you lost your night to call me my familiar name when you humiliated yourself so pathetically in that duel. What interesting company you're keeping these days. How far House Starfairy has fallen. Her gaze flashes over Tora, and she scoffs quietly. It takes quite some nerve to return to Undermount after a year in exile, but to begin work with you, positively scandalous. Come a little closer. I'll show your face a real scandal. Kaya pushes out the pillar and struts past Tora. I've had her hand across Mouse's chest. And what was this scoundrel? What an adorable outfit you've got. Like a street harlequin pretending to be a noble. I'll say I'm a real noble, but I can't show a stick that far. Ignoring him, Kaya comes to a stop in front of you, drumming one painted fingernail against her lips. And you are from Undermount. I wonder what pitiful gutter Tyrell dragged you from, outcast. Kat, this is starting to bore me. Let's just get to the point, otherwise I might have to make you... it for you, Lady Duskraven. Well, at least you aren't a withering flower. Let's see how that sharp tongue veils... Fuck me. Let's see how that sharp tongue veils you tomorrow evening. She flicks her hand out, offering a sealed envelope between two long fingers. Tyrell snatches from her with a scowl. House Starfairy is cordially invited to the ancestral masquerade at Duskraven Manor. You're hosting masquerade this year. Well, Duskraven is the house ascended, in case you haven't heard. House Starfairy fell into ruin. When? Oh dear, did that come as a surprise? Much has changed since you fled sobbing for the outside world at your last year's masquerade. If it were up to me, I'd spare you the humiliation of attending again, but you're still technically the House Starfairy heir. She raises her hand and passes his cheek with a patronizing grin. Sabakaya's hand away with a ringing crack. Get your hands off him. Wrong voice. Get your hands off him. Oh. Kaya winces, anger burning behind her eyes for a moment. Then she sneers at you and Tyrell. So the once great Starfairy heir has found himself Commander Scum. Oh, fuck you, says Commander. I can read. So the once great Starfairy heir has found himself Commander Scum to fight his battles for him. How quaint. She grins viciously at the circle of hostile faces around her. Consider this my personal invitation for you all to join us for festivities. To be positively to die for. One last sneering look at your group. She sweeps from your temple. Wow, she's the absolute worst. I didn't read out loud. Why is he offended? She didn't bother to come put an insult from me. Why is he offended? Why is he offended by that? That's your best friend? Not anymore. This masquerade sounds like a trap, doesn't it? A trap, but also our best chance of getting into the Duskraven Manor. And while we're there, we can He's spying Kaya. We need to find evidence of what Kaya uncovered when she went hunting for the Shadow Quest history. I've been itching for a good plundering, and Lady Aswell deserves it. We'll have to just be cautious. Everyone there will be her ally, not ours. But first, we must get home. I have so many questions for my father. Follow me, quickly. He hurries out of the temple, and he walks scrambled to keep up. He shouts through the manor's front doors, calling into the echoing chamber of a crumbling foyer. Hello? Father, are you... What happened here? The manor isn't such disrepair. There's a clattering somewhere within the manor, then the sound of footsteps approaching. A frail elven man bursts into the foyer. Darrell, is that who you? Yes, father, it is. Darrell braces himself like he's expecting a rebuke, but the man runs forward and pulls him into an embrace. My son, I thought you were dead. We all did. That you'd been overcome with shame and... No, father. I really had important business to attend to. I still do. And who are these people? These are my friends. Aww, we love you too, Tyrell. Tyrell manages a soft smile as he looks at you. His father's nod is cordial, but wary. What brings such an unusual group to Undermount? We're here to support Tyrell. Tyrell wanted to come home, but he didn't want him to have to face Undermount alone. Lord Starford's face crumbles into a sad smile. You're dear friends indeed. Undermount society can be vicious, especially after what happened. I am Valeria Starford, the head of our house. Be welcome. Thank you for your kindness. Stars to see me. I think I see a ghost. The young elven woman rushes out of a side hallway, arms outstretched as she runs toward Tyrell. I swear, you're more excited about the Nesper than me. She throws her arms around him before stepping back to tweak his nose. He bats her away, and she turns toward the stunned group with a laugh. I'm Adrena. I'm Adrena. This one's little sister. Though he likes to pretend he's an only child. How could I? Make yourself impossible to ignore. Are you actually smiling, Lordling? No. Looks like a smile to me. Vaughn and I were just preparing for parents' lunch. I'm sure we have enough to share if you want to join us. Would you happen to have elven cream cakes and honey? You clap a hand over Tyrell's... Fuck you. You clap a hand over the sheep's whiskered mouth. It'd be an honor to join you for lunch. A little while later, Jurina tells the table a story as Valeria retrieves a meal from the kitchen. Then the trellis moorings broke free, and for one beautiful moment, I went flying through the air before... Oh no, don't tell them. Landed right on the air of the house Sunstrider. Ha! So it's about to right, if you ask me. I've been dying to ask, what's it like traveling with my brother? I'm surprised he made so many friends. I could do the flirt option, or, I can do Tyrell's, Tyrell. What does that mean? Oh, I think we all know. You're just very you, Tyrell. Very you. Yes, it sounds like your parents know you well, brother. What? But how time has passed. It's been so long since I've seen both of my children smile at the meal table. Philo sets the last platter on the table. His smile is falling away. Tyrell hesitates a moment, then looks his father in the eye. It's time to tell us, father, what has happened on all this time. Why are you serving our meal? Where's the head butler? I'm afraid you have to let the... I'm afraid we had to let Fortune go. Almost all the household staff, actually. House Starford does not enjoy the stature we once did. We heard that House Josh Raven has driven to House Ascended. Did our fall have to do with that? The room falls silent. The older man stares at the table, clearly struggling what to say. Look, Starford, we want to help you do this. But what can you do? Also has no place in the power games on the mount. Trevor Bowser said, but his eyes were hard with anger and determination. My deal. This is my fault, Father. Let me help fix it. No. The fault was mine. Had I been younger, better at the game, perhaps I could still have turned your loss to our advantage. But while I waited for you to turn, Lady Dusthaven was brokering new alliances, securing trade agreements, buying council votes. Let's see, shaving me was just the first step in her plan. Me gone, she would gain influence. She started to voice concerns for House Starfree's fate. Said that without a true heir, we were useless, a bad investment. That's absurd. She knows every bit capable of running the House Allium, more so even. What does the truth ever matter on the mount once the rumor takes hold? Next thing I knew, we lost contracts, alliances. The council was against me. As House Starfree fell, House Dusthaven rose. This is madness. How could Kaya be so cruel? And how could she do all this in such a short time? You know how. It's only Kaya's own ambitions. Yeah, that's right, that. We're not telling him. We're not telling him about that. You shake your head almost imperceptibly at Nia, before she can say anything about the Shadow Court to Lord Starfree. Kaya has to be stopped, Tyrell, before she ruins utter steel. I couldn't agree more. I see. All I can ask, my son, is that you are careful. Tyrell nods solemnly, and the rest of the meal passes in somber silence. You're settling into the guest room. You're settled into the guest room Adrena showed you later, when your door suddenly slides open. Hey there, kid. Never to sleep so soon, I hope. I love that. Mouse shrugs, flicking his fingers to make his lockpick advantage pack up his sleeve. Yeah, I noticed, but I didn't think you want to miss out on the chance to try some of the favorite wines from the mount. You want to go out to a tavern? Not exactly. He shuts the door and lowers his voice, sitting close to you on the bed. The other Mount Celestial winery is supposed to have, bar none. One more time. The other Mount Celestial winery is supposed to have, bar none, the finest wines in the world, but they're deeply protective of the stock. Outsiders can only sample it by personal invitation from the Council of Vintners. And since you're not the type to wait for an invitation, I'm guessing you want to sneak into the vaults to the wine. Specifically, you want us to sneak into the vaults to the wine. I doubt all these snooty undermount elves would be so happy to have two outsiders steal their precious wine. For your own good, kid, see if you want to be an adventurer. You gotta learn how to do more than draw a punch. You learn to be one with the shadows, to creep like a thief on the lip of the night, to wear darkness like a second skin. Are you talking about stealth? Oh, so I can't be a poet for once in my life? I'm an elf town. Let me enjoy myself. But seriously, what do you say? I teach you to sneak. Seriously, what do you say I teach you to sneak? And then we drink the finest wine in the whole world. Matt's offering you... Fuck you. Matt... No, he's not offering to fuck me. What? No. Mal's offering to teach you an elite skill. These are very powerful skills that will help you out your adventure. It's your only chance to unlock the skills. Choose carefully. Yeah. How much? 25, damn. Great. So what I'm going to teach you can save your life. Save my life? You're going to be killed by angry elves. Mal shrugs happily, hearing agreement in your voice. One or the other. Follow Mal back to the main thoroughfare in front of Mal. The passage is now crowded more with people and fine evening wear. Alright. There's three main principles to follow it. Fuck you. There's three main principles to follow him being a dedicated... Fuck you. Yeah, a dedicated sneak. Lie, cheat, and steal? Alright, fine. Those are the main principles. But there are also 3 steps to follow when you're trying to break somewhere you shouldn't be. First one is to observe. Always be aware of your surroundings. What can you tell me about what you see right now? main road were a bunch of side tunnels. Most of the foot traffic heads uphill along the main road, while the side tunnels remain mostly dark. Side tunnels seem a lot less traveled. I'm guessing they lead to commercial areas, warehouses, things that wouldn't be open at night. Good eyes, kid. So those are the roads we want to stick to when we're going to the winery. Winery? Okay, thank you. I can say it right. Mal leads you into a darkened side tunnel, holding you still for a moment to let your eyes adjust. So, why this gloomy passageway? Mal smiles, his white teeth almost iridescent in the darkness. Well, that's the principal. Know the lay of the land before you start. Madrig and Gina tell me where the winery is located. So that stuff about uphill and all traffic areas, just to teach you. I'm dreading that way. Now we go along this tunnel to the fourth break of the right. You appear on the corner and see two guards standing at attention in front of an ornate door. Mal lowers his voice to a bare breath in your ear. Next principal, distraction. Show me how you get the guards away. God damn it. You mush your hair and face a look of panic on your face. She rushes up to the guards. Help. Please, anyone. What's wrong? It's my sister. There's a cave-in while we were walking, and now she's trapped. A bolt is pinning her leg. We'll help her. Guards dash forward, following where you point. As they disappear, Mal joins you at the door, grinning. Top-notch lying. Top-notch lying. I knew you were a born scoundrel. Takes one to know one. Pulling a dagger from his vest, Mal quickly shows you how he inserts a thin blade into the ornate lock, then he steps back, offering to you. You up us time, so we're ready to learn fast? Doesn't look like I have a choice. Take the dagger and lean over the lock, sliding in the dagger and turning it ever so gently. It's just a matter of wiggling it around until you feel it click, then you push it. So, I got this. Step back, your magnificence. I know what I'm doing. Not only did I not want to flirt with Mal, it's just that second option had too many words in it, and I didn't want to even... I didn't even want to read it for myself. I looked at it and said, no. When the text in a choice option has 2 lines, and the words are tiny, no, I don't care. Step back, your magnificence. I know what I'm doing. You carefully turn the dagger, just barely rotating it. You push, and the lock spins open. Look at you, you're natural. Now we're down to our last principle. Silence. Carefully, he draws out the tube of oil, greasing the hinges on the massive door so it can slide open without a sound. Watch how he places his feet. You follow him into the wine cellar, your footsteps silent behind him. Now close the door real quiet. We want them to know anyone's in here. Mimicking his careful movements, you ease the door shut, not daring to breathe until it clicks in place. Alright, train's over. Make a damn fine deep. Are you really that surprised? Not to enjoy the fruits of our labor. Welcome to the Celestial Winery. A single bottle from here can fetch tens of thousands of gold. Easy. You have some kind of tasting room with a few wine barrels to the side and a wall of shelves stocked with bottles directly overhead. I didn't know they were so valuable. I didn't know any of mine was so valuable. Miles sweeps his hand around, gesturing down the hallway to dozens of other rooms, all stocked with bottles. This is what we wealthy do. This is what the wealthy do. They hoard things and breathe fire at anyone who comes close, even though they can't use it all themselves. They're kind of like dragons, when you think about it. And that makes us what, exactly? Thieves, of course. Come on, kid. You know how the fables go. All the trickiest thieves ever managed to steal from a dragon's hoard. Mal takes a seat on the floor and works open the bottle. Take you deserve the first glass. He pours you a glass of the dazzling white wine, and hands it over. He raises high in a toast. To sticking to the rich, to relieve the dragons of a single coin from their vast and endless hoards. I'll drink to that. You clink glasses and take a sip of the celestial ice wine. Oh, it tastes so surprising. That sweetness that dissolves instantly into the effervescence of 1,000 tiny bubbles. Feels like sunshine and the first snow of winter all at once. You aren't kidding. That stuff's amazing. What I tell you, it's worth the effort. More than anything, just glad I got to share it with you. Me too, Mal. You tip back the rest of your glass, then fill it right back up to the top. Well there, kid, slow down. What? So you can have more of the wine that I can? A fat chance. Oh, so don't say you want to do this. You're on. He snatches the wine bottle from you and chugs right from the mouth. No, wait, you can't finish it. Delia wrestled over the wine, frantically polishing out the bottle, as Bob muses you with stories of other deaths. I hate to be the wet blanket for once, but we gotta get out of here soon, before the guards come back and everything. Hang on, there's one more thing I want to do. Treat won't shut up about one Alvin honey wine, and we did kind of cut his big moment short earlier. Get a heart of wine, or if we're still going on with the dragon analogy, gold. In your eyes, and you and Mouse sneak out a bottle of honey wine before sneaking out of... Fuck you. You open your eyes, and you and Mouse seek out a bottle of honey wine before sneaking out of the cellar and back to the Starford Manor, leaving no traces behind. Back in the Starford guest room, you recline on your bed. There's a knock on your door, and Tara strides in, arms full of parcels, followed by Adrena and the rest of your companions. What's this? A sleepover? Oh, that sounds fun. You're kidding me. I've heard enough of you guys snoring around the campfire every night. So that's the loudest snore of the bunch. Thank you. It looks to me like Tyrell wants some help with his junk mail. Precisely. I do love stupid Drew stuff that's none of my business. We know. You all comb Drew Tyrell's correspondence, scattering the floor of parchment. Marriage proposals, trade... Right, fuck you. Marriage proposals, trade renegotiations, advertisements, more advertisements. Oh, what's this? He unearths a small wooden box wrapped in dirty parchment paper. And that right months ago. Looks like it bounced all over the rooms before then too. Charlie eases the lid off the box and plucks out a rolled up piece of parchment. He flattens it out. A frown deepening on his face, she crowd around him. Oh, am I reading too fast all of a sudden? Oh, my bad. Not really. It's just, I don't know, we're an hour and 9 minutes into this. I kind of want to end. Okay? I kind of want this shit to end. That looks like a map. So yes, I'm speeding through this. Yes, to your own shard. Yes, thank you. Oh god, it's over. A map to the next shard. But is it a helpful lead or a trap? And what awaits you at Lady Josh Raven's ancestral masquerade? We're not going to find out anytime soon. Goodbye.